Hello, and thank you for clicking the link. This is part 3 of Loot Santa's Sleigh with the Chrsitmas Village tabletop miniatures game beta rule set. This is a free print and play available to liven up your holiday festivities. We recommend using an already existing Chrsitmas Village tabletop display as your game board, but if you don't have that, any kind of wargame terrain will work. Here is Mrs. Claus Shooty Judy, and she's been busy taking off the delinquent workshop elves and capturing them. They've got this stolen loot from Santa's workshop, and we're trying to get that back. Currently, there are no more delinquent elves on the wagon that is trying to get off the board. The elf that's on there belongs to my team. Team win-win. The Mrs. Claus is about to take a shot at Santa, and that's where we're going to start the game. So he's going to use this deflect card, which means he takes no damage and he immediately chooses an enemy within 12 inches. So basically he took the misses attack and he's going to deflect it right back at him. Because he's the master of quantum physics. And he gets a +2 on his ranged combat modifier roll. So let's see if he hits. 7 + 2 is 9. That's a hit. Does the misses dodge her own attack?
No!
And
no!
she gets knocked prone.
You hit Granny. I've fallen and I can't get
She
up.
hit herself, sir. She hit herself.
So the elf,
Activated
and he's
over
moving
here,
in front of her.
and then he's gonna
Take a shot. He gets no modifiers. That's Santa.
Go ahead and roll.
Oh, 7.
7. That's okay.
I have one more snowman.
Snow person gets
Snow
a
person.
snowman. It's a you can gender him however you want.
You're gonna march up to Santa Claus. I'm moving over here 4 inches. I'm within line of sight of Mr. Bunny Rabbit.
Okay,
And I'm doing a ranged attack plus
ice shard.
ice shards. So I get a +3 to one of my ranged attacks. Rabbit, come on!
Hassenpfeffer.
Oh, 10. Yes. Oh, and you even get a...
And the Easter Bunny rolled an 11.
Crap. And you even get more, so nothing.
Pew, 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 pew.
Darn it. So I am done.
Card's almost off the board. So James is obviously winning the game with more Kringle points than me. So I have a couple options. If I don't grab this treasure right here, then the game ends and the elves win. So now we're here and we're gonna roll initiative. 7, it's the number of the day. 7. 5. So Team Win-Win gets to go first. I'm gonna take the Easter Bunny over here and I'm gonna do a group activation and I'm gonna take a shot at Jack Frost. I missed, so that was a miss. So the elf is gonna move over here and we're gonna do the same thing.
The elf can't see over.
Take a shot at...
The elf can't see over. Is it the paper? Okay. Get on top. Get on top. Nothing. Gingerbread Man is moving double movement with his treasure, which is now 8. So he's not off the board yet.
Almost. If we were playing 3x3, he'd be off the board.
Yeah.
My turn, and this elf right here is going to take a shot at that elf, and we're going to take aim, which means that elf gets an extra +1. So the elf is going to take a shot and this elf over here, and he's taking aim, which means he's not moving, which replaces his movement with a +1 to shot. So here we go. And I rolled a big old 6. I don't think
So the missus is going to stand up, takes a move action to stand up, and then for her special ability, for special action, she's taking a shot at Santa Claus.
and using a steady shot card.
Not yet.
Okay, she might. Let me
But I have
show
a-
the camera.
yes.
Okay, so James has
That's a great
chosen the steady shot. The missus steadies her aim and receives an additional +1 to a ranged combat attack. This is played at any time, so he might be using that on her shot. Okay, go ahead and roll, James. Go ahead and roll,
The
James.
missus is rolling. She gets a +2 normally. Oh, 5 nothing. She ain't doing nothing. Poof.
She gets up. Oh, Liberty Gibbets. Pew pew pew.
With the missus, I also activated the elf. He's gonna take aim at the snowman.
At his employer.
So he gets +2. 5, 7. So
That's a miss.
it's a miss. Okay.
Okay, so now we're to Team Win-Win. Santa is going to do a double movement to over there. I already pre-measured
Okay.
it. So. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to move this snowman. He is going to rise up and then walk 4 inches, engaged with Mr. Claus.
Person over here is going to grab the treasure.
Yay. I'm going to move this snowman with treasure, double movement. He gets 6. And let me move all these gumdrops because he only has 2.
For this activation, I'm going to take the snow person and move towards that treasure. The snow person can move 4, so that'd be 8. So he gets right there on top of it. But he does not get to grab it because he doesn't have an action to grab it yet.
But right now,
So this snowman right here is with treasure, bound with treasure, and also moving 6 inches. That's double movement with treasure.
I have this elf over here, and let's see if we are in range to take a shot or not. So for this turn, I'm going to move the elf over here, and then we're going to take a shot at that elf over there. Elf rolled a 9.
Do you get any? Oh, 8 plus dodge. 9.
Okay, so what did I roll?
A 9. This little snowman's gonna waddle 6 inches. Ooh, he can get behind the Christmas tree with his present. He's in the corner.
Checking out those ornaments.
Jack Frost is just going to move 8 inches around behind this building.
Okay, and now it's time for the wagon to move 3 inches.
3 inches. Don't move.
Almost off the
Have any
initiative.
else shooting?
Now we roll initiative. And I rolled a 5. Surprised it wasn't a 7.
5. Let's do this again.
And a 4.
4. Yes.
James goes
Activating the misses, and this elf also. The elf is going to go first. He is going to walk over to Santa Claus and fight Santa Claus, and he'll get a +1 flanking. So he gets a +2 total.
And I rolled a 6. Plus 6 Santa's 2 is an 8.
4, 6, 7.
Santa won. Santa won combat, and he's going to push that elf back an inch.
No.
Actually, no, we're going to push him back an inch this way.
Okay.
Because then we're in.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So the missus is walking up onto Mr. Santa, and she's gonna wall up
She ain't having it.
him.
Uh-oh, what is she doing? She ain't having it.
I do not have any bonus actions prepared.
So she's gonna pack a wall up.
She's going to use a special ability card. After playing this card, the missus can use a standard action to add 3 to a single melee combat roll. Okay. She's going to add +4 to that combat roll. Damn. Right, she's going to smack him.
I get a 5,
So he rolled an 8 plus 2 is a 10.
and I get a total of +5. Oh, 7, 12.
Okay.
So yes, I gotcha.
Yeah, that is a hit.
Yes.
I can't run up and get the reins of the cart.
I am rolling for damage.
like the reins are on the card still.
3, just 1 point.
1 point of damage to Mr. Clark. My turn, I'm going to do, this guy's going to grab the treasure and move 3 inches.
Okay.
Move 3 inches this way.
Well, that's a nice.
Go towards this over here.
I'm going to activate this snowman. He's taking a punch at Santa Claus. He gets a +1 addition for flanking. So he gets a total of +2.
The fact that I can't hit.
Santa rolled an 8.
God damn it. Oh! 6. Nothing.
James, maybe if you didn't use the Lord's name in vain,
Exactly.
you'd roll better. I'm
Exactly.
going to take this off. I'm going to move 8 inches this way.
Gingerbread Man is taking this lovely present off the table.
So James gets 2 Kringle points for taking that treasure off. So I'm going to take this elf and move him 8 inches, double movement over to there.
2 hugs when you catch.
The Easter Bunny rolled a 7, which plus his modifier of 2 would be a 9.
Nope. So yeah, so the first one just telling me
Here comes the elf. 4, 5, you went
Roll one
die.
damage.
No.
1 point of damage.
No.
Elf over here is going to do the same thing and take a shot at that injured elf. So that'd be an 8 plus 2 is 10.
9.
And 1 more point of damage.
This snowman is walking this way 6 inches with his lovely treasure, but it's still on the board.
Because we're playing 4x4.
Move 4 inches, and he's close enough to engage in Santa Claus.
Okay.
And he will get a +2 flanking.
Santa rolled a 5.
You're almost dead.
Ooh, 9, 10, 11. Yeah.
Santa's going to use his lucky card and re-roll his dice on 11. And I rolled a 9 plus 2 is 11.
Dang, so nothing.
Santa was able to re-roll his dice and avoid an attack. Santa is surrounded by enemies, and he is going to select his foe. He's going to choose Jack Frost, because Jack Frost sucks in melee. And I rolled a... Well, Santa sucks in melee too. He misses. Initiative, and I rolled an 11. James, initiative.
6. You get to
Okay, I get to
go.
go first. This elf right here is going to take a shot at that elf for his standard action.
The snowman is going to attack Santa Claus. He gets a +1 flanking.
Okay, so now let's go over what flanking means. So we've got my 2 troops here, and then James has 3. So James outnumbers Santa by 1. So if we consider these would be an even match, and that's an even match, so they get +1.
So I get a total of +2. Oh, nothing for nothing.
So now it's our turn.
Yes.
Move this guy 6 inches. We're going to move that snowman 6 inches and try and get him off the board, which will put him right about there.
This snowman is getting off the board also with his treasure.
So that's another 2 Kringle points for James. The Easter Bunny here is going to take a shot at this elf, because in this scenario, elves are worth 2 points, regardless of who they belong to. So let's hope that we get a capture. And then we're going to do a group activation, so this elf's going to take a shot too. Take aim and all that, 9 yards. So that's a 7 plus 2 would be 9.
8, 9 with the die. Yes.
Okay, so the second elf is
damn
at 12.
5 points left.
9, 10.
Damage, 1 point.
Oh, that takes him out.
So we get 2 Kringle points. We get 2 Kringle points for capturing that elf. You good?
Jack Frost is going to take a punch of Santa Claus. It might not work, but he gets a combination of just 1 flanking.
Okay, so that's all.
So
it
just a
covers.
+1. Come on, Jackie. 10. Yes.
And Santa rolled an 8. But
Oh, what do you got now?
Santa has a card called Stern Defense. After playing this card, Santa gets an additional +3 to his armor. So Santa's armor is now an 11, so that's a miss.
Well, like I said, yeah, it's a play anytime card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
So-
until the next initiative roll. So anyone else who takes
Gotcha.
anyone else who takes an attack at Santa.
Is a +3 armor? Oh, dang you.
So Jack Frost won the die roll, even though I did the Stern Defense. So Santa gets pushed an inch in any direction.
So you're going to get punched inch this way. He's still engaged with the misses.
So he'd be pushed right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. So that just radically, diametrically changed the combat, actually.
Yes. And your armor
That
is
just
3
really
inches.
did change the
3
combat.
inches.
Povich, or one of the security guards on the Jerry Springer, came and broke it up. Steve from the Jerry Springer show came and broke up the fight.
Yes, yes.
Move and 6 inches and try and get off the board. I don't know if he's going to make it or not. Just right.
It's 1 inch.
Okay, so James is going to move. Yeah, just go ahead and do it free.
Yeah.
You
I'm
can
going to
jump.
move
You can
6
jump an inch.
inches with the present.
With 6 inches?
That's both sides of the spectrum.
Here, who's just going to move up this way to combat?
But
So
you won't be in
this elf
combat.
is going to make 8 inches, and then since if you're within an inch, you can draw into combat. So that's what we're going to do.
Oh, this one? Okay,
So then
gotcha.
this one. So now this one gets to turn to attack because he hasn't attacked yet
Okay,
on your snow person. So he
Gotcha.
gets an additional +1.
okay.
That was the way to work the house one get a +1. So I rolled a 6 plus 2 would be 8. That's a hit.
Oh, nothing.
Okay, so we'll roll damage.
No.
Yes! Which is one more Kringle point. And look who's right there. Look who's right there, Jack Frost.
Mr. Jack Frost.
Look who's right there, Jack
With
Frost.
no guard.
James is going to activate the missus, who is in combat with the Mr. Claus.
And so I'm going to do some
Mr.
cards.
Santa. Uh-oh, what's
So on my move combat, I can play disengage
gonna
as a
disengage.
movement.
Okay, so move 3 inches in any direction.
And I am going
That is her
to...
move action. She just moved out of combat.
And I'm moving behind the trees here. And then for her standard action,
She's going to take a shot.
she's going to take a shot. And, ooh, I have a +1. I can use it anytime, but I'm not using it yet. So I did move, so my +2 is a +1. So +1 to shoot Santa Claus. 8, 9, so it does hit. If needed.
And he rolled a 7, and I think I don't know what his dodge is. +1. So he rolled an 8.
So I got it.
Got it?
I got it.
So she shoots Santa.
2, 1 point.
1 point of damage. So Santa's got.
He had 1.
Yeah, so Santa's got.
I don't think that's Jack Frost. That was Santa's. Okay.
Okay. So now it is initiative.
You've got Santa left.
Oh, Santa's gets to attack. So Santa's going to come over here and pop him.
Jack Frost didn't do nothing to you.
Yes, he did. It came
Yes,
up
he
with
did. Oh, yes, he did.
So Santa rolled a 10.
Oh, 5, 6, nothing.
1 point of damage. So the shop's going to close soon, so we're just going to call it a game, and that's what we have so far for the game.